We start with some breaking news surrounding the Manchester City manager. Ben Ransom joins us live with the latest development. Ben, what can you tell us about Pep Guardiola's future?
Yeah, this is another huge statement of intent from Manchester City because Pep Guardiola has signed a new contract at the club. It's a new 2-year contract extension. Remember, his deal was due to expire this summer. This would have been the last season at the club.
So confirmed in this FC24 series, the journey continues for 2 more years. Pep Guardiola signs a new contract till another 2 years at Manchester City, set to expire in 2025. This will take him up to 11 years at the club. I was uncertain on what to do in terms of storyline in this Graham, but you guys voted stay or leave, and massively, 78% of you guys voted you think Pep Guardiola will stay. And that kicks off just to start this episode with some fantastic news, ready for a big season ahead for this Manchester City side. Now, let's finish the second half of the season strong. This is how the Premier League table is looking. 8 points off the league leaders. Liverpool behind no goal difference of second place. Newcastle at level 1 point to them. 4th place Spurs. 5th place Manchester United. Somehow Mikel Arteta's Arsenal 10 points off us and Newcastle all the way down in 9th position. We go away to Goodison Park for a big game near Christmas Day. Well, this is Sean Dyche's Everton side, which look defensive and look like Manchester City will have a big game on their hands in terms of breaking down this Everton side. They're in 16th place, where you expect them to be. Jordan Pickford starts in goal with Seamus Coleman, who's the captain, Branthwaite, Tarkowski and Mikolenko at the back four. It's Willie Gnonto, Ganagay, Dele Alli back at Everton, Ira Burnham and also Afif in that midfield 5, and Mopai, the man up top on his own. Lujanic, Chamiti, Young, Garner, Wagner and Dye, and also Lundstrom on the bench. Tactical vision is about being defensive, having a low block. Inconsistent Everton side, a loss, a draw, a win, a loss, a win, but 2 wins in their last 3. Give them some confidence at the home against Manchester City. List of side we go with against Everton today. Ederson starts in goal for Manchester City. It's a back 4 of Stones, Diaz, Ake and Vardiol. A very strange looking City side in this lineup, but we're trying something out because we know Everton are going to sit back and be very defensive. Rodri in the holding role with Kovacic and McAtee in front. No Alvarez today, so Foden starts in the false 9 position with Savinho on the right and Jack Grealish on the left. On the bench, Jeremy Doku, Bob Martinez Nunes, who doesn't get the nod ahead of McAtee, Guimaraes, Walker, Lewis and Stefan Ortega. Arriving here at Goodison Park, it's Manchester City versus Everton. A former player in John Stones returns to his former team. Here is Vardiol, Phil Foden, Savinho. Savinho rolls it in for 1-0 Manchester City. Oh, what a start here at Goodison Park by Manchester City, and it's Savinho again. An assist for Phil Foden. Savinho getting in that box. On the ball, he could have laid it off to McAtee, but with his right foot, he went for goal himself, and City take the lead here. What an early start, and what a start that is. Foden with so much space, Everton too deep. Savinho on the turn, Tarkowski can't get near him, and he rolls it under Jordan Pickford. Savinho's had a wonderful, wonderful debut season so far here at Manchester City in the first 6 months. City 1, Everton 0. What a start here. Branthwaite steps out, McAtee. Foden. Back in behind to McAtee. Mikolenko with him. Foden. Rodri. Kovacic. Nice touches by Kovacic. That left foot, Mateo Kovacic takes a deflection. It's off Jack Grealish, but he's in an offside position, Grealish. Foden. It's Savinho for 2-0. Another assist for Phil Foden. And another goal for Manchester City's Brazilian Savinho, who is running riot at Goodison Park. Brilliant from Savinho. Makes that run narrow. Foden finds him. Touch and finish by Savinho is the first time finish for the outside of the boot. Past Jordan Pickford. Tarkowski had lost him. What a finish by Savinho for a double today. And what a goal scoring and assisting season he's having in his debut season at Manchester City. Ball through to Grealish is brilliant. Phil Foden. Back to Grealish. Savinho's made a central run. Grealish goes for goal himself. 3-0. City are running right here, Everton. Well, Everton can't get anywhere near us. What a finish by Jack Grealish. You'd think that Everton would be better. You really would. Great touch by Grealish. And then, due to the flag, you can't see it. He bends it into the far corner as well. Gnonto. Tackled by Ake. Oh, Mopai is in. Mopai! Big save from Eddie. Into Savinho. Savinho on the turn to McAtee. Grealish. Clips one in. Savinho arriving! Oh! Savinho for the hat-trick with the acrobatics. It's just wide. What a good ball in by Grealish. Jack Grealish. Joshua Vardiol. Back into Savinho. Through to McAtee. James McAtee to make it 4. McAtee makes it 4. Well, he has started to get into the City side now. He's made little bits of impact, hasn't he, on the City side, playing games for us. And he's made an impact in this one here. Savinho through to McAtee. A right-footed finish past Pickford. It's 4-0 Manchester City at Goodison Park. And we have torn apart this Everton side, unexpectedly, really. And this is the first time, I think, all season, we've felt like Manchester City. Well, half-time substitution for Manchester City. Vardiol, Foden and Rodri, all rested, all taken off here. Oscar Bob, Mateus Nunes and Rico Lewis replaced them. And that's a good decision from Pep Guardiola here, but hopefully second half doesn't get away from us as Afif bursts away from Diaz. Afif with a chance here. Ake across. Afif, good play. Spread himself. Edison and made a good save. Grealish on this far side here. It's up against Seamus Coleman. He's not quick and Grealish runs at him. Grealish skips inside. Savinho. Little back heel onto McAtee. McAtee with a left foot. Puts it wide. He could have made it 5 there, James McAtee. Pressure driving at the opposition. McAtee. Savinho. Wide to Grealish. Grealish to that right foot here. What a goal by Jack Grealish. That is absolutely top draw from Grealish. Off that left-hand side. Couple of step-overs. Onto the right foot here. Brilliant from Grealish. And then he bangs it in the top corner. Second a day for Grealish. What a finish from Jack. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from Jack Grealish. 5-0 Manchester City. 5-0 Manchester City. I was about to say 4, it's 5. Okay, in there. They've played it well here, Everton, around the corner. Trouble for City, Mopai. Dele Alli takes a heavy touch. Diaz in there. Diaz with a what a challenge by Diaz. Ref, no way! What a challenge by Diaz. What a challenge by Diaz. That's never a foul. Nunes in there. Nonto, Rico out of position. Nonto past Ake. Willie Nonto! Straight to Edison. Edison makes a second brilliant save. Throws his body and everything at it. Savinho. Over towards Walker. Nikolenko read that. Look at the pressing from City. Savinho goes and wins it back here. And he's past Branthwaite. And it's Savinho for the hat-trick here. Off the post by Savinho. It's not his day for the hat-trick, unfortunately. Nonto. Ball in again. Ruben Diaz in there. Mopai gets a header in ahead of Diaz. Into the hands of Edison. And the full-time whistle goes. A 5-0 win. Well, both clean sheets this season have come in 5-0 wins. One at home against Bournemouth. One away at Everton. That's so much better for Manchester City. We look so much more like the side that we want to be. And Pep Guardiola applauds the fans. He's happy with that one. Very happy with that one. Well, confirmation here from David Ornstein of Atletico Madrid reaching a total agreement with Manchester City to sign Julian Alvarez, a deal worth up to €95 million, including add-ons. Roughly around $82 million the Spanish side will pay for him. It's a club record sale for Manchester City, and the 24-year-old has to finalise personal terms prior to completion, which he has done. And of course, that happened in the summer transfer window in real life. Because of these videos moving quite fast, doing one episode every single working day of the week, 5 episodes a week, we actually finished the transfer window before that deal was fully completed. But in the January transfer window, which is coming up in the next episode after this one, Alvarez will be joining Atletico Madrid in a permanent deal. We'll also see Micah Hamilton leave the club to join Middlesbrough on a permanent deal, where he has gone in real life as well. 2 big transfers out there, and with Haaland out for 3 months and injured in this career mode, we will have no striker at all until Haaland is back, with Alvarez leaving. Do Manchester City go into the transfer market and sign a striker? Maybe by the time this video has gone out, they have signed a player. I'm hoping to find out to know which player to sign, but I'm going to have to start looking at options as well. But in these next few games, we're going to start playing Phil Foden at that false 9 role, or someone else that false 9 role, because they need it. It's going to be necessary with Julian Alvarez leaving the club. City, no strike with Haaland injured, no De Bruyne to play at the false 9, so it's probably going to have to be Phil Foden. What a player Alvarez was for Manchester City. Always give his all on the pitch, and he's been brilliant in his career mode as well, filling in for Erling Haaland, but he is about to leave. That is fine. That is what things have happened in real life. That is how it's happened. Alvarez goes, and a replacement is on the cards. Well, our final fixture, this will be of 2024 for Manchester City before we get into the January transfer window and the new season. City sit 8 points off Liverpool at top of the table. But Newcastle now 2 points behind us on 38. Spurs are working their way up there. Arsenal are working their way up there now on 30. They're in the top 8. And so are Manchester United. Liverpool play Newcastle at the Anfield, which might do us a favour. We need 3 points at home here against Leicester City. Well, Steve Cooper's Leicester City side sit in 15th place in the Premier League table, and they have won none of their last 5, lost 4 and drawn the most recent one. Hermansen starts and goal with Justin, captain Cody, Vestergaard and Vendel, the back 4. Dikova Reed, Winks, Chowdhury, Mavidi and Sibari is the midfield 5. Patson Daka up top. Experience in Jamie Vardy on the bench, and also attacking talent in Reece Nelson and Afataru as well. Macaulay and Fies the defensive options. Cannon and Storich on the bench as well for Steve Cooper's side. Key players that man at left back, former FC Porto man Vendel. This is the Manchester City side at Leicester City today. Edison starts and goal is Akanji, Diaz, Ake and Vardiol are back 4, similar to what the side we played against Everton. Captain Rodri in the midfield with Guimaraes, Phil Foden and Bernardo Silva. It's Grealish on the left and Savinho on the right. On the bench we've got Alvarez, Doku, Bob, Nunes, Ortega, Stones and Kyle Walker. All eyes on that man, Brazilian winger Savinho. 2 in his last game, should have got a hat-trick against Everton. And he's looking perhaps for more goals again today. I thought Faze was on the bench, is that not Faze? Not Faze on the bench. Rodri! Oh, big save by Hermansen behind for a corner. Leicester City. Playing City at Christmas. We seem to see that a lot. That Patson Daka here. Great pace. Edison is out. Patson Daka puts it wide. But a good chance there for Leicester. Rodri dispossessed. Diaz slides in. Chance for Daka. What is City doing at the back here? Well, we said in the previous game against Everton, we look like Manchester City. We feel like Manchester City today. We feel like the same old again a little bit. Vendel. Foul by Savinho. Plays on Vendel. Akanji in there. Vendel spins Akanji as well. Great play from the fullback. Pulls it back to Mavidi. Edison in the near post and Diaz away. Back to Savinho. This far side. Savinho past Brazilian Vendel. And here is Savinho for Manchester City and Leicester. They don't exactly know what to do in the back line. It's Savinho. It's blocked away. Good goalkeeping by Hermansen. Overread past Vardiol. Okay, great interception and City deal with it again. Foden. Good turn and run by Phil Foden. He plays Bernardo Silva. What a ball by Foden. It's Bernardo Silva for Manchester City who take the lead here at the Etihad. What a ball by Phil Foden. Threads it through to Bernardo Silva. And Manchester City, without Erling Haaland, without Kevin De Bruyne for a lot of this season, and it's going to be a lot of this season, have the lead here against Leicester City. Still scoring goals. Foden with a good ball through. And Bernardo Silva goes to the outside of the boot. Pokes it into the bottom left-hand corner. Nice finish from Bernardo, and City finally have the lead over Leicester, and Leicester have been a very difficult side to play against. Very difficult. So many players in pressing positions here. He's going to go back to Hermansen. Puts his foot through it, and Guimaraes can't get there. Half-time, 1-0 lead Leicester City. Right to Savinho, who's been a little bit further out wide here today. Savinho, into the box, Savinho. Guimaraes. Grealish touches. Grealish with a strike here, 2-0 City. Great play by Savinho. And we find Jack Grealish, and he makes it 2-0. Well, he hasn't had a good game today, Grealish. I think he would be the first one to admit that. But he did well there. Found by Guimaraes. One touch by Grealish. Bang, and he hits it across the goalkeeper. Very difficult for Hermansen from that sort of range. And it's a very good finish for Jack Grealish. Really good finish, actually. 2-0 Manchester City. Grealish with 3 in his last 2 games. Not a bad record for Jack Grealish. City 2-0 up here against Leicester, and feeling more like Manchester City in this second half now. Diaz. It's Ruben Diaz blocked away. Not a bad attempt by Diaz. Okay, straight back out to Grealish. Guimaraes. Bernardo. Okay. Guimaraes. Bernardo. Through to Savinho. And Savinho! Oh, what did I do then? I pressed the wrong button. To a bigger extent than we already were seeing. Rodri. Behind to Savinho. What a ball. Savinho! Good save by Hermansen just. Walker. Takes a heavy touch, Walker. Can't win it back. Counter is on now. And here's Patson Daka against Manu Akanji, who's running and staying with him. Akanji steps in. Good block. And again by Akanji. And again by Akanji. And again by Akanji. Come on. That is more like it, Manchester City. Oh, and they've given it away here. They can't handle the pressure. And it's Jack Grealish, Manchester City Grealish. Wide to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva 3, saved by the keeper. and cleared away. But there's just some aggression about Manchester City now. We're hunting everything. The hunger seems to be back for Pep Guardiola's team, and Pep must be watching this thinking, the hunger is back. The hunger is back. Doku, good feet. Doku still. Doku. Savinho. Savinho! Big save by Hermansen. And behind for a corner. Savinho wanted his goal today. He's not going to get it now because he's going to come off for Oscar Bobby. Nice feet from Doku. Rides one challenge and a second Doku, and he can't skip past the second one. Guardiola cross there, and he wins it back again. That is what we want to see, City. Guimaraes. Bernardo. Bob. Oscar Bob blocked away. And the full-time whistle goes. Manchester City with intent. An aggressive Manchester City. We chase the ball. We make big tackles. We control possession. We create chances. We want it more than ever. And that is what we've been missing this season. Pep Guardiola has lit in a fire on this Manchester City side. And the likes of Akanji, Grealish, who's playing really well, Bruno Guimaraes epitomise everything we want from the City side. Aggressive and hard-working. And by being that, we control the counter. And by being that, this City side might just be onto something again this season. 2-0, 2 clean sheets in a row. Big result, big 3 points to Manchester City at the end of the year. And the end of the year ends in emphatic fashion for Manchester City because we are not so far off Liverpool at top of the table now after third place Newcastle did beat Liverpool. And that top four is looking all more interesting now, isn't it? Spurs, Newcastle, City and Liverpool all within 8 points between Spurs and Liverpool, all around each other now going into the second leg of the season. It will start on the 1st of January of this career mode. 2025, a new era, really. Manchester City pushing. And let's just say, this isn't the end of the good news for today's episode.